wake up each morning to close my eyes and show gratitude. Thank the universe for my positive attitude. I thank you for the lessons. I thank you for the blessings. Thank you for showing me the way. Discipline every day. Open my eyes and I feel like I'm in a different space.
What is up, my people? It's your girl, Little Miss Know-It-All, who knows nothing at all, back. And I hope you had a blessed and marvelous New Year's. If you made any resolutions, New Year's resolutions, drop them down in the comments and let me know what you plan on doing better in 2020. But today on this episode, I want to talk about our brains and get an understanding of how they function and how thoughts create things. And now, when I say thoughts create things, I mean your thoughts creates your reality, what's around you, whether it be positive or negative thoughts. Whatever you're thinking, that's what's going to come back to you. That's the law of attraction. That's the law of the universe. So if you think of your thoughts as magnetized thoughts, they're magnets, and whatever you're putting out there, that's what's coming back to you. So you think of your thoughts as magnets. So if you're thinking negative, in comes negativity back to you. If you're thinking positive, in comes more positivity back to you. Thoughts create things. Be mindful of what you're thinking on a day-to-day basis. All the time. Be mindful of your thoughts. Okay? On to the next. And that's what I'm going to be talking about on this here episode. I don't know if I should call it an episode, but back on the scene with Maya Vianici. Okay, so I want to talk about our three brains, and I've written some things down so that I can remember them. Anyways, our three brains. We have the neocortex, the limbic. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to edit this out. I'm back. Had to step away. But yes. So the neocortex, the limbic, and the cerebellum. So the neocortex is the part of your brain where you're learning, where you get all your information and everything that flows into your brain. And then you have your limbic, which is your state of doing, the things that you do throughout your day. And then your cerebellum is your state of being, meaning who you are, your personality, all of that stuff. So, if you can change your personal reality, then you can change your personality. For the people in the back not listening, if you change your personal reality, meaning if you change how you view things around you, your environment, then you can change your personality, how you react to things in your environment. I also want to step in and say, keep positivity surrounded in your life, like around you, all the time, 24/7. Hang posters on the wall, hang up artwork, keep positive people around you, and just do your best to remain positive. If you look around my room, I have back there, it says set your goals high and don't stop until you get there. Okay? Believe you can and you're halfway there. Do it now. Okay? Over here it says work hard and dream big. Believe you can. Behind me, I have one that says dream it, wish it, do it. Stay, think, and be positive. Over here somewhere, that way, I have my vision board of all of my goals and dreams and desires and everything that I wish to manifest in my life. And on my door, as you walk into my room, I have create adventures for yourself. So all I'm saying is keep all these positive things around you to help you have positive thoughts when you look around and you see things, and it makes you feel good and it uplifts you to do more of the things that you love to do. And that's a word for today. Just be positive, stay positive, and think positive. Okay? Just do it. Make like Nike and just do it. So at times we have to remember to be greater than our environment, because sometimes our environment is not what it's cracked up to be. It's just, especially if you're a person who's trying to be positive and you're around all this negativity, it's very difficult, but you have to at least continue to try. Okay, so all you have to do is remind yourself who you no longer want to be. All you have to do is remind yourself who you no longer want to be. Meaning the habits you're doing, how you're treating people, how you're acting. You need to go within and figure out who you no longer want to be. And by the state of learning, you go from learning to doing to being that person. That's how you go inside, you figure out what you do want, and then you repeatedly contemplate who you want to be. Repeatedly. Who do you want to be as a person? Who do you not want to be as a person? And as a result, you begin to fire and wire new levels of mind in your head, you know what I'm saying? You begin to open up to new things. Your perspective changes, and and you genetically and emotionally condition your body until the things you've been doing or relearning becomes second nature to you. So look at it this way. Let's say, meaning second nature. Let's say second nature. So you wake up in the morning, brushing your teeth may be second nature to you because you've been doing it all of your life. So you don't think about doing it. It's just something you do. That's second nature. So if you retrain your brain to do something repeatedly, they say it takes 21 days to break a habit. But now I heard a new study in this day and age, because of all the technology and social media, it takes about 60 plus days to break a habit because of so much information, and it's a little bit more difficult to break those habits, but it's possible. So once you realize that and you start breaking those habits and you do it repeatedly, continuously, then it becomes second nature to you. Like driving in a car and you get in and you automatically put on your seatbelt without thinking about it. So that's what that means. So brainwave states in adults. There are 4 brainwave states: beta, alpha, theta, delta. Beta, which is your awakening state, when you're first waking up in the morning. Alpha, your learning state, okay? Theta is your lucid state, where you're half awake and half sleep. And then delta is when you're in your deep sleep. And that's when your body and cells start to heal and regenerate themselves. So, beta state is important because that's when you're waking up. And that is the best time before you even get out of the bed. Sit up and meditate. That is the best time because you're not fully awake. So you're not fully awake. So that time you need to take advantage of, because your mind it doesn't know what's reality and what's not reality because you're still asleep. So, and that would work the same in the theta state when you're lucid dreaming. And if you don't know what lucid dreaming is, it's like you know you're having the dream, but like you know you're in a dream, but you can, in a lucid dream, I feel like if you know you're having a dream, you can kind of step in and control where you want that dream to go. So it sounds bizarre, but it can happen. Okay, so beta state and theta state is where you want to meditate and where you want to tap into your inner intelligence, you know, that source energy, and ask for the information you need and get the information you need. But understand this, for the people in the back not listening, understand that sleep is very important. So get as much sleep and rest as you can, and try to get at least 8 hours a day, because it's important. Okay? Trust me, it's important. So when you change the way you think and feel, you begin to reprogram your mind to stay positive and become at peace with yourself and who you are, and how you look doesn't even matter to you anymore. So it's like all of these things we get so worked up about, like how I look, how I'm dressed, what this person think about me, what that person have to say about me. None of that even matters once you get to a point of state of just loving yourself and loving who you are. You can care less about what the person think. You can care less about how you look, as long as you look and feel good for yourself. Everything gonna be alright. So you create your own happiness is what I'm trying to say here. You create your own happiness. No other person can control you. You control the reactions you have to the challenges and the adversities that you face. So become aware of your every thought. When we become aware of our thoughts, we don't let a negative thought slip past our mind. We acknowledge it, we shut that shit down, and we move on to happier thoughts. Okay? Keep your mind positive, and once you practice, because practicing it is how you get better at it. You know, you do it continuously and repeatedly, and you begin to say, hey, I don't want that thought. You know what? Scratch what I just thought. Let's start over. And when you become that aware of your thinking, that's when you begin to notice other things, you know. So if a negative thought comes to your mind, just immediately just change it to something else. Like, nope, no fam, rewind, back it up. And, you know, don't dwell on thoughts of your past, okay? I know it's hard. I know you want to bring up that situation that happened last week with this person. Don't dwell on it. And don't dwell on thoughts about the future over here on this side. You know, well, what if I had this and I did this and da-da-da? Because when you dwell on thoughts of the past, you can't change it. It already happened. It is what it is. When you dwell on thoughts about your future, you set yourself up for failure, because you're setting these expectations for things that you don't know what's gonna happen or occur. You should just let it happen, and as your girl always say, just go with the flow. So focus on the present moment and take it one day at a time, one step at a time. And the reason I say this is because, not to focus on the past, because you've already had that experience. So let it go, and just figure out, learn the lesson from it. Figure out what lesson you can learn from it. And hopefully you'll know how to handle it better next time when it happens. I always tell people this. When we forgive, just let it go. Especially if it's like something another person done to you. When you let it go, you don't hold anything on that other person, okay? You just let it go, and you expect nothing from that person each and every time. No matter if you don't like them, you do like them, whatever. You expect nothing from them. Expect nothing but the best. Because when you start expecting things from people and they keep failing you or disappointing you, it's only hurting you. So just expect nothing from them. Nothing but the best. Okay? So you learned your lesson. So just free yourself up from that emotion. You need to learn how to take control of your emotions. You know, always focus on the joy and the happiness. You know, the good feelings. All the things that make you feel good. And when we do more of that, you begin to change your subconscious mind. And you become, those thoughts allow you to become more aware. Because when you tap into your subconscious mind, which is where things that you're doing become who you are being. Because you have to reach your subconscious mind to change. That's why I said it's easier for you to meditate when you first wake up in the morning, because you're still half asleep. Go back and close your eyes. In my intro, I say that I wake up each morning to close my eyes to show gratitude. And that's what I do, because that's when you can still tap into your subconscious mind. And once it's there, it's there. Okay? It's like, it's ingrained in there. It ain't going nowhere. So, tap into your subconscious mind. So, yeah. Neocortex, limbic, cerebellum, the state of learning, the state of doing, and the state of being. So, you learn, you start doing, and then you start being the person that you desire to be. That has been another lesson from your girl, Little Miss Know-It-All, who knows nothing at all. I hope and pray that you go out and try new things, be creative, be courageous, be your best self, and do things that make you feel good. Thank you for listening to this video. I was about to say podcast. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. Like this video. Share this video. Hit me up in the comments. Hit that bell notification. So I thank you for coming today. I won't have you here all day. I'm sure you have shit to do, and I got things to do. So thank you for listening. Holla at your girl. Peace.
That high energy and positivity. You know I'm built different because I give different. All of these things combined allow me to live different.